Hello.
So, the two of you go way back. Please,
Way back.
How did you meet? And do you have different stories? I feel like maybe there might be some conflicting situations here.
I seem to remember it was Street Feast, perhaps?
I think it was like Salt Yard. It was either Rita's or it was Salt Yard. What was first?
Salt Yard was first, and
Yeah.
then we set up Rita's in 2013.
12? Tell me about Acme Fire Cult. How long have you been here and how long had you wanted to do something like this?
I had restaurants before the pandemic. Then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And I guess we didn't know what the landscape for restaurants was going to be like. Bored of being locked down. I had some grills in storage. There was a car park opposite where I was living in London Fields. And a few
You're
of
always
us...
drawn to a car park.
Yes. They're the cheapest places to set up.
Right,
apparently.
okay.
And look, so we just set up some trestle tables, much like we've got here, a bar, a small kitchen, and we cooked for the neighbourhood. And that was it, really. There was no...
Okay, this wasn't an official restaurant. It was
it
just
wasn't.
like
And there was no
getting
desire
together
to be a restaurant either. You know, it was just like we wanted to cook, people wanted to
eat.
Get out and do stuff and eat, and so we'd cook for like 600 people on a Saturday.
Oh, so this isn't a small
people.
thing?
No, it's huge.
And was this still under the Acme Fire Cult
No,
name?
it's just me and my old head chef from St Leonard's, Dan Watkins. We just used our name. We just cooked.
Yeah.
It was just fun dishes. The music was loud. It was smoky. It was like a really kind of lively, convivial party. And it was only looking at that thinking this is very different to a restaurant. We might be onto something.
Right. And people are showing up, people are enjoying
exactly.
it.
It was the end of 2021. We were doing an event here, and then Steve said, come and check out this wine bar. And it was like a wine bar that was going out of business.
Oh, with the thought of this could be...
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you want to do something? So here we were. We, I think 4 weeks later we had the keys.
Okay.
No money to do a restaurant, by the way. And I think we just managed to pull together a little bit of a bounce back loan, 30 grand, and managed to open it. But also kind of inheriting what was in here. And then as we made money, we managed to kind of get better stuff, a proper kitchen.
Yeah. Was that terrifying coming in here with not much money and,
yes,
post... Okay, yeah. But you're like,
completely.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Well, I think what I learned from kind of having restaurants and following a certain formula and then just saying, look, after the pandemic, I don't care anymore. I just want to cook. And, what we always thought here is that we could always use great ingredients and there's, good cooking going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were serving on paper plates to start with.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And it was just like, don't come in here with like expectations of what we are. Just come in and enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And then come in on that journey with us. And I'm really pleased that the neighbourhood has responded well and people have supported us all this way.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, very different beast now to how we started.
And why are you drawn to a car park so much? This is, like, is there just something within you?
Well, the reason this place works so well is we were able to put 60 covers outside, 40 covers inside, and we put the kitchen outside as well. And this kind of retains that DNA of how we started in the courtyard.
Another thing that you share in common, as well as a wonderful friendship, is an interest in what we call plant medicine.
Yes.
So, could you... have you ever... In fact, I know the answer to this. You once hosted a dinner.
We did host a dinner.
About... the active ingredients.
Yes. Well,
Please tell me more. How did this go down?
A few occasions. I think the first time was when after COVID had sort of like started to open up and we were allowed to have people round to the house. Andrew came round and cooked a dinner for a very, very fun group of friends. I've done restaurants for years, but I wanted to take them a bit more seriously and
yet, what do you get out of them? It's not just a way to get mashed up.
No. I think initially, we've got to remember they work on your senses, So everything is, from your taste to, how even touch and like how everything sounds. The whole experience feels very, very different. And
so it brings things out of the food that you wouldn't notice before. So is it about what's happening in your head at the time, about what's happening on the plate, or is it a whole mixture?
It's all of it. I think we ended up having a really fun time, and then me and Andrew went off to play around and work on what a dinner party would look like.
Okay.
And it was fun because we came from totally different sides. Like Andrew is far more, into the spiritual, holistic side than I am. I definitely feel like there's an element to me that still wants to get up.
It's just a wonderful way to combine the two, really, isn't it? So how do you go about infusing the ingredients and getting the dosage right, or is it?
You kind of have to work backwards.
Okay, right, yeah. It's not that
How
easy.
much are they going to have by the end of the dinner?
Also, and are people going to finish the food on their plate as well? Or someone's like, oh, that's really nice, can I have some more of that? And you're like, no, don't have any more of that. It's so tasty. You're like, no, you have to back away
it was
from
really
that.
funny because when we were doing a tasting day, and you were far more like sort of sorted and informed, but I'm just such a mucky eater anyway, so I've been covered in mushroom parfait and I've been licking my fingers and being like,
please,
yeah, exactly. And I definitely think my dosage was slightly skew with comparatively to yours. You were like far more centered. By the end of it, I was certainly more up for sure.
Okay, what was the best dish of the night in terms
Both
of
of our
food
dishes.
and potency?
The one we did recently, Andrew made the most phenomenal. It was a slip sole, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With exo sauce, but you'd infused it with,
Bone
really
marrow exo.
Oh my god, it was so good.
And and lots of mushrooms,
Yeah.
including psychedelic.
Okay,
ones.
yeah. And is it something you'd like to do as a kind of an official event? Obviously, maybe not in the UK, but there are places in the world where this is legal. Is this something that you are thinking of doing?
I think it's a
proper thing, or is it
something
just a
we've
fun?
talked about for
Yeah.
a while, and
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fun thing to pull up. I mean, if for nothing else, just to say we did it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
right.
finally.
talked
After
about,
about 6 years,
let's check it off.
let's just
the
do
list.
it.
You DJ as well,
Yeah.
and it's probably not what people would expect.
No.
You
So
still-
so
it's
I
still
play
wrecks
guitar.
my head when I think about what you
But you are a house DJ.
Yes.
As well.
Take house.
Okay, and how do we hear you? Where do you play? Is there anywhere? Do you cook
sometimes
and
play
DJ at the
over
same
there.
time? Do
No.
you run from the grill to the desk? So like, 1 second, just gotta.
I sometimes play over there, and the only time I kind of run across is if they've got the fire too high and they need.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been into that? Is that a relatively
I actually
new, or is that
no,
where
not
you
at all.
Came from?
I actually started in kitchens to pay for my music. So I'd grown up playing guitar. I'd played in various bands and metal bands, that kind of thing. But I always had a love of DJing and tech house, trance. So I originally jumped in a kitchen like 27 years ago now
I
to
know,
pay for my
it's
records.
absurd.
And then I didn't leave, and then somehow I think like 5 years later I'm going, well, I'm not a musician anymore, am I?
I've got a hunch it's gonna be a messy lunch, yeah. I've got a hunch it's gonna be a messy lunch, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Jason.
how are you?
I'm really shy. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. I'm like a really massive fan. It's actually
yeah?
really embarrassing.
Are you really?
really,
Oh,
really
fantastic.
beyond. You kind of kept me sort of going all the way through COVID. I was like really, like, I guess that's when I went quite deep in it.
That's
so
fantastic.
nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on Messy Lunch.
Thank you for inviting me.
I know you don't drink. Do you like
Mocktails? anything like
mocktails?
that?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to
sure.
get something fun?
Bubble Sonic, what's that?
I mean, it sounds fun, even.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
it sounds great.
I might actually have the Bloody
Do a
Mary
martini, yeah,
Shall
do
I
it.
go?
Messy lunch, yeah. I've got a hunch.
The only two things I sort of want to bully you in because I've been obsessed with them are the gilders. Have
Okay.
you had a gilder before?
No, what's that?
So a gilder is like a little skewer. They're from San Sebastian. Everyone in the trendy restaurant is like doing their own take on it now.
Sure.
So I'm always interested to see that. And then I might also bully you into like later on going for the lamb mixed grill because I've seen it and it
I
looks
think we should
ridiculous.
definitely do the mixed grill.
But otherwise you're choosing. Okay, here we go.
I need to make a recommendation as well. Sorry, Scott.
Yeah, sure.
I was here a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I had the roasted Roscoff onions with borlotti beans,
Yum.
parmesan, and miso cream.
Uh-huh.
It was like this dish of just really cheesy beans.
Yum.
And now you get to choose.
Messy lunch.
Could we go with the Acme Marmite bread?
Marmite bread,
And did we say the leeks?
Yep.
leeks,
The roasted Roscoff onions,
Roscoff onions.
borlotti beans, parmesan, miso cream.
lovely.
What about the large ones? Which one would you like out of that?
I'd probably monkfish actually.
Yeah,
if I
alright.
was to
Yeah.
choose, I feel like that's going to go better with the lamb, which we're
Monkfish.
definitely having.
And
Yes,
the lamb.
and the mixed
Lamb
grill,
mixed grill.
yeah.
And the potatoes.
And more
Potatoes the
potatoes.
size, yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Messy lunch.
Is there anything you don't eat?
Semolina, But I don't know.
That's quite
I mean, for anyone watching, it's like a 70s school pudding that was.
I bet you'd like it now. You're just probably in.
Well, I tell you what, if it was presented with clotted cream, I might like it. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yes.
In fact, I'm stealing that. One of the reasons we wanted you on was because during COVID, you were baking daddy.
Yes, baking daddy, yeah.
Which kept us all very entertained. Is Baking Daddy still around?
No.
Does he never pop up?
No.
I feel like me and you.
I still do loads of cakes, but I don't do the old penny type thing.
Yeah.
It is really funny though.
It was
Borderline
great.
wrong. Yeah.
I mean, like, there's never been anything like it since.
No. So I don't know. There was talk about doing it proper, but just didn't bother.
Yeah, I suppose the music takes over. That's
Just
what we're
life
really in
going away
it for.
again, yeah, sure.
Like, all good and fun with COVID. But what do you like to bake? Like, where did this all start from?
Just basic Victoria sponges.
That's my favourite cake as well.
I mean, I did a Bass cheesecake at the weekend.
Good for you. Tell me your Bass cheesecakes technique.
I nicked it off some American recipes, so it was like loads of cream, obviously soft cheese, a little bit of milk, then just lob it in the oven with a ton of sugar as well. It's so much sugar.
Sweet. Do you use vanilla in your?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they always say 1 teaspoon, but I lob 2 in.
Did you know that is the best tip on earth? Like, if you're making savoury food, there's no like boundary for garlic.
Okay.
If you're making something sweet, there's no boundary for vanilla. Okay, but you're gonna have to help us with this. Me and Leah are trying to work out. Is it Berber pizza? Berber.
Yes.
Is it Berber? Berber.
I don't know.
Oh,
Sorry.
bad,
Really sorry.
But your pizza, how did that all come around?
They're big fans. So I think someone works in rough trade offices that knows someone that works with them. And so one thing led to another, and we upped up.
Because it's for the single launch, right?
Berbere. I think it's Berbere, yes.
Yeah.
And they're lovely people. So we went down to one of the restaurants here in London somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in East London, isn't it?
There's a couple. There's one in town, there's one in Kentish Town.
Oh, wow.
There's 3 or 4 across London.
What have you got on your pizza?
Well, it's a vegan one, because Andrew's vegan, so it's like, do you mind? I'm like, no, whatever.
No, it's great. It's really important.
I can't remember what's on it.
Should we find out? Yeah, go and find out.
Whatever it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so we learned how to put them in, flip them out. Yeah. Put it in the oven.
But maybe that's why they're called Put it in the oven. They've got the really beautiful crust as well, haven't they? They're like
gorgeous. Yeah.
And are you making money out of it, or is it going to charity?
£2 of each piece is going to War Child.
Yeah.
And I think it's called the Megaton. If anybody,
which is after your
first single off the album. So, we couldn't believe it.
You want me to come and tell you what's in your pizza?
Yes.
Come on.
I've got the press release here. All right, you've got marinara sauce and garlic olive oil, and then semi-dried tomatoes, oven-roasted soy-marinated mushrooms, lashings of zesty coriander salsa verde, and jalapeno peppers. That sounds really good.
Yeah,
that is a bloody good pizza.
Right?
My thing was the peppers, but Andrew just chucked the rest in. Yeah.
Was he just like throwing everything, and they're like, stop, enough.
Chin,
cheers, darling.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Is it good? Oh, that is really, really nice.
Sourdough, butter, pecorino.
Oh my God.
And autumnal goudas.
Oh, so it's like tell us about it. So it's
So you got cold roast beetroot,
yum,
shiso, windia pepper, then a blackberry to finish, and chill oil as a little marinade.
bloody lovely.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bang.
Right, I'm going in.
It's gorgeous.
There's so much going on. It's
I think I just swallowed it.
a funny ironic part of this show is Messy Lunch taking musicians out for lunch and everyone's sober now, and it sort of just showcases how we're sort of like all matured, I think, with like being able to look into ourselves and look into all of our sort of like emotional and mental ambitions now.
I think it's something you're supposed to do, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And you know, which is sad, you know, but that's life, isn't it? And it's like, I think we've both been fortunate enough to be able to step outside of the old self and look in and improve it, haven't we? I just think it's not natural, is it, to sit with the phone and take in all these messages.
No.
Like, at any one time, you're communicating with 7 or 8 people.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
like,
intensive. Throw social media into that. Yeah. And then like if you're interested in the news or like listening to new bands, it's like our worlds are now in the palm of our hands, but not in a good way.
No, not at all. You just feel like you're living inside of an email, don't you?
It's
it's like I don't remember names of bands anymore. I don't remember names of songs that I've been listening to for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Who are you listening to though?
Who am I listening to?
Who are
at
you
the minute?
interested in?
I'm just listening to old stuff.
Yeah. Well, tell me what old stuff?
Roy
you like?
Harper, Caius, like Stoner Rock.
Love Caius.
Yeah, Slow Burn, which is the offshoot of Caius with the singer.
Do you get quite geeky about that sort of stuff then?
Well, if I'm into it, then I'll like go, okay, so I'll go to the first album, and if that's no good, I'll go to the second, and then, you know, blah, blah, blah. But they're all always good.
Yeah.
And so if it's that good, then I start checking out what they've done after or before, go on Wikipedia or whatever, just learn about them, what motivated them.
Like, what sort of music did you grow up with then?
Punk, mod, soul, hip-hop.
And was there like a music scene where you're from?
No, not really. It was Grantham. It was our small town.
Yeah.
So people were predominantly into the Jam.
Yeah.
Few people were into the Sex Pistols, not a lot. They were considered back in the day a little bit weird. And
So they could be considered weird back?
A little bit, but then you had the second wave of punk with like Exploited, GBH.
That's fair.
That was more accessible to people because it was a bit more aggro.
Yeah. See, that's all my world.
Yeah, defo. Really good though.
Yeah, really good.
So good. English Dogs, who were from Grantham originally, so yeah, really, they were a big influence. Just stuff like that.
So if we were to go back to Baking Daddy, so like where did he come from? Like where was he inspired by?
Just like comedy, like, ooh, I'm Baking Daddy.
Yeah, it'd be Nigella.
I don't know actually.
We did see a lot of your nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not complaining, but they were definitely on show.
Have you seen something called Charity Shop Soon?
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was slightly influenced by
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so
funny.
there was partly a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And partly just because it was just funny.
Yeah. But were you baking anyway, or was it just like it's
I was
COVID?
baking anyway.
Yeah.
So you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And everyone was doing banana bread,
Oh
wasn't they?
God,
For
banana
fuck's
bread. That was
sake.
so, and also like, no one really likes banana bread.
Well,
really.
I like doing it with loads of bananas.
Come on, we're gonna
obviously.
Yeah.
Loads of sugar, and then icing sugar, the thingy on the top, like
Like
icing
where you
sugar.
actually get it all crystallised.
Yeah.
Yum. Okay, right. That
Oh,
does change.
Gorgeous.
Do you know? Have you ever had it where you like fry it and put butter on it, almost like it's a pancake?
No.
You should do that. If you ever have any spare, you actually just like almost like toast, but like on a like fried bread.
What, icing sugar?
So you finish. You've got your banana bread. You slice. You get your slice. Like you're making almost French toast. But You
Yeah.
don't need to put because it all kind of goes soft anyway because the
All right.
bananas.
Yeah.
Fry it in butter, both sides, but then you just spread it with more butter that sort of like sits on the top and kind of melts into it. Even a little bit maple syrup. Almost like it's a pancake.
Oh.
So delicious. That's the only time I'm really up for banana bread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it is a bit boring,
Yeah.
isn't
I
it?
feel like already we've got 3 recipes out of you. Like, would you ever
Yeah.
write a cookbook?
No.
Lunch, messy lunch, yeah, I've got a lunch.
You also do a lot of work in a homeless charity.
Yeah, a little bit. Not a
Yeah.
lot, a little bit.
But
kind
do
of
you-
when you can.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like having to be a busy person,
Yeah.
you do it where you can. But do you actually cook there, or is it more like on a service level?
Cool.
You cook?
Beans on toast, that's it.
Yeah. But it's so nice to. I mean, the reason you do that is to
Yeah,
interact.
it helps.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of spare time. I go in every Monday, or as many Mondays
Yeah.
as I can, just for 2 hours.
Such a grounding experience. I bet.
Coffee,
Like,
teas, beans on toast, jam on toast, whatever, you know.
I wish I was good a person as that.
Messy lunch.
When you go on tour, do you end up finding like really interesting places to eat, or do you not really have time? Do you like to stroll around the cities you're in?
We're terrible.
Oh yeah.
F***ing terrible.
Tell me the day in the life
It's
of you
usually,
on tour.
It's usually, well, we get to the hotel. Normally the tour manager's so hangry, is it? That we just go into the nearest place.
Yeah.
And I just think it's quite funny. They're f***ing absolutely anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just follow them. After the gig, bit of fruit. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
lovely.
Yeah.
So
that's
is
it.
that what's on your rider? Because that was going to be one of my questions.
Fruit, data, prunes, all that business.
Gosh,
Nuts.
that's very.
But there's a load of crap on there. Haribo.
well. Do you like the
chocolate.
Haribo as well?
No.
We went to see Amy from Amel and the Sniffers.
Oh,
the other
okay,
day,
yeah.
And that was you did that
Song with
song
it,
with
yeah,
her
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
That was really.
Yeah, she's sound, yeah.
Have you been on tour with them in Australia? Or?
No.
It'd be a great.
They were getting just too big
Yeah.
to either be a support band or
Yeah.
obviously we were just slightly just above them a few years ago, but now they're
Yeah. You can merge like Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Like it could
fuck,
be.
yeah, imagine
that
that.
would be a great gig.
Oh, imagine that.
I
love Guns N' Roses.
fucking love Guns N'
I
Roses
love
too.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
That would-
I nicked his tattoo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it was so sad about Manny as well.
Oh, yeah.
That
yeah.
was a real
yes,
absolute.
Of course,
I
yeah.
was on the tube and I almost burst into tears. It was
Well,
horrible.
I kind of spoke to him on Facebook the other week.
Did you?
But he normally used to post pictures of his food.
Did he? I had
and
no
it
idea.
always
I wish
looked
I'd
really
known.
good.
Did he?
Tonight.
That he was cooking himself?
Yeah, tonight I've done. I'm like, that looks lovely.
Oh!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
What sort of things did he cook? Like proper.
Just like, you know, sort of like
British
rice dishes, blah, 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 curries or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then he did traditional stuff, but it all looked absolutely.
Oh God, that's so. I mean, that makes me even sadder
Really
actually,
really
because that would have been
lovely
one of my
man.
dream other
Yeah.
guests. You know, that's a bummer.
Really lovely man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Do you cook at home?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you like to cook?
I'm just basic.
Yeah.
Beans on toast, spaghetti bolognese, porridge.
I don't know. Spaghetti bolognese. Let's go back there. Like, what do you do to your spag bol? How do you make that?
I chop loads of garlic up, some oil, olive oil, and then chop diced onion or a mixture of it. What's that mixture
Sofrito.
called? Then put the meat in. I cheat a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't cheat actually. Tin tomatoes. Well, that's cheating.
No, that's not
innit?
cheating. Honestly, it's not cheating.
Bit of water.
Good.
Bum.
Stock cube?
No,
Put a stock cube.
really.
Yeah. I mean, I would.
Tomato puree.
Good.
Sometimes a little bit of tomato sauce.
Yeah. What ketchup? As in,
Yeah,
yeah. It's better.
yeah.
Do you know what you do a thing in sort of high-end cooking called a gastrique, which is a reduction of sugar and vinegar.
Right.
And essentially, that's what tomato ketchup is: tomato puree, sugar, and vinegar. It's
Okay.
actually a good tip.
Got monkfish skewer,
Thank you very much. Wow.
Banavan butter, dashi cream,
Thank
kumquat
you.
pickle, then lamb mix grill.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you so much. Wow, that looks
much.
beautiful.
Got lamb's kidney, got the merguez, lamb skewer, and the lamb chop with the corno pepper esme jus.
Thank you.
Wow.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
How are you with offal?
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing on earth.
What's offal?
You're like, yeah, I love it. I don't know what it is. The kidneys.
Oh, okay. Would
Do you
that
like
be
lamb?
would that be considered offal?
Yeah, so offal is all of the like intestines and guts and garters and stuff. Which for me, it's like, they're so good for you.
Sure.
You're not sure?
No, it's not that. But I was just thinking. I always thought offal was a mixture of it all, or is it?
No, it's the collective term.
Oh, okay.
for it
All right. Okay. No, I'm in. Yeah. That looks gorgeous as well.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably start with that.
Okay.
Andrew was explaining that he travels a lot to South Asia,
Okay.
and a lot of his inspiration was built around having a chop house, like a is it a tandoori chop house? But also, yeah. So
So where does the name Chop House come from?
I think it's because of the like Anglo-Indian sort of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
But also, like a chop house is very English as well.
Is it?
Yeah. I think that'd be good. No, it's really interesting with regards to offal. I keep talking about my boyfriend, But when we first started dating...
Well, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. We're really in love. It's disgusting. When we first started dating, we were on a date, and I was just like, you know, if I just not interested in boys unless they eat offal. And he was like, I was like, you obviously like offal. He was like, yes. And for 2 years, he ate offal every time we went out. Oh. And he was like lying to me. On our 2-year anniversary, he was just like, I can't do it anymore. I hate it. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
though.
it's literally all I want is someone to go out and eat offal with.
Look who I found.
Look who we found. There he is.
Hello. Jason. Andrew.
All right, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, are you?
We're having a bloody delicious time.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Oh, you got the good stuff now.
Yeah.
You're turning it up a notch.
So much.
I mean, this was like really considering. I mean, it's not a simple dish, but like considering it's quite a pure, so much flavour.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time of year when it's. I mean, you see how cold it is outside. If you're going to get someone out of the house on a rainy, cold Tuesday night in November, you've got to get something good on the plate.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's all the kind of winter warmers that we do. And then this is a real favourite at the moment, the lamb mixed grill.
It looks absolutely. Yeah, honestly, it's all been
good.
We were just talking about like what the sort of mixed grill, well, like. Because it's such a British thing, but then obviously we also know it as a sort of South Asian thing. Like what? Explain again what the concept.
So that, well, I mean, we were always inspired by our Turkish neighbours. I lived around the area for a long time, so having a mixed grill for one or two, it's just one of those things that it was kind of a go-to dish.
That is out of this world.
Let me have a go.
And for us, it was a way of kind of showcasing. There we go. It was a way of showcasing some of the amazing produce we get from Swaledale and HG Water. Yeah, exactly. So you know, we've got a chop, we've got a little kebab. There's some merguez sausage, and no real British mixed grill is complete without a kidney. So the slightly divisive meat on there, but I love offal, so it had to be on. And then underneath, we've called it an esme sauce. Esme salad is a Turkish kind of chopped salad of tomato, pomegranate, peppers, and we actually make our version of it with roasted peppers, capers, and we put it through a lamb jus. So it's an esme sauce.
Yeah, these made me laugh. They remind me of Willie's. But when we, one of the other things I think is brilliant is your comment about fat whites, which I loved, and I know that you.
What did I say?
Leonie.
Moby covers band.
Yeah, Moby covers
Was that from that other album, the later album?
I think, because. Yeah.
I know Leas a little bit.
I know both of them really well.
Lovely. But he was like, Sleaford Mods. I was like, off. You're like a Moby's cover. Because what, a couple of them sounded like Moby. I was like, that sounds like play, some half play. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's
brilliant.
so true, because now I'm not going to be able to look at it in another way. But obviously this week, famously, you've made friends again with Joe. I know that you don't massively love talking about it, but there was a huge podcast where you're pals again.
Oh, shit, I keep spitting everywhere.
Don't worry, I've spat at you about 3 times.
I was really worried about spitting in your face. Not like that, but you know what I mean? But like...
Anyway, Joe from Idols. You've had a notorious falling out with him, and now you're friends.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I saw the podcast the other day. It was very cute.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
I do, yeah. Well, I apologised to him about 2 years ago.
What did you say to him, sorry?
I went, hello, Joe, it's Jason, I'm really sorry.
Oh, no, I mean, like, in order to be in trouble, we maybe not want to come
I accused him of being a class tourist, and what else? Yeah, just basically that. And then I kind of tried to enlarge that.
Yeah.
Because I was basically just jealous of their success. And he's better looking than me. And yes, well, all right, okay, thank you. But yeah, all of those things. But even if there was a class debate in there, I've since realised that idols aren't the problem.
No, really, quite the contrary. If anything.
So
yeah.
why am I concentrating on, you know, that kind of thing? when-
Also, I feel like, you know, now we have got to the point where collectively the only way we're going to be breaking through this
is by sticking together.
It's true.
And I didn't want to know that before. There are some people that I'm certainly not going to stick with.
Yeah.
They will be eternal.
Come on, tell me who.
No, I'm not saying you.
Really,
But,
later on,
no, but the thing is that-
I'm going to tell you my secret story later,
Okay,
and now
all
you
right.
can tell me yours.
But no, I think the beautiful thing about his life, they don't have to be eternal.
yeah.
And, you know, the possibilities that they won't. So it's a learning process. I think it's the one thing I'm starting to realise. Well, I'm not starting to realise it, but if you get on with someone and making a connection with someone that you previously didn't like, it's a really good feeling.
I got a hunch it's gonna be a
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Look
going
at
for. Is that your favourite?
Sticky toffee
I knew
pudding.
it. I knew it.
That ganache looks nice as well, though.
Should we get both of them?
Yes.
messy.
We briefly met Kneecap last year, and they were like, "You think you're f***ing minimal? All we've got is what are them things you put in the side of computers?"
Yeah, like a USB. Yeah.
Yes, all we've got is a USB.
So, do you have any big festivals planned next year?
My wife manages us.
Oh yeah, I know. I was going to ask you about that.
She won't tell you where you booked.
Oh, no.
Until no, but it's good, you know. It's like.
You'll be like eating dinner.
So has anybody booked us for festivals? Yeah. Oh, how many?
Yeah.
Well, quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
yeah.
like it like that? Though?
Yeah.
It's
It
actually
keeps you
like
grounded. You know.
Yeah.
I get in and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Did she come on tour with you as well then?
sometimes,
Yeah.
occasionally. No, not really on
Yeah, not
tour.
anymore.
No, she just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'd do
with
it
the
already.
kids as well.
Oh, the
do
kid-
they ever come and see you?
Yeah,
know
they're
that?
bored. We supported Blur at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
And they were just like, ah.
Do you
Yes.
find yourself like on social media scrolling for hours and hours and hours?
No, not scrolling, but
Yeah.
I'm on there looking at likes.
Do you? Yeah.
Who
so
likes
the dopamine.
me? Who likes me?
Yeah.
And it's always blue ticks. I'm like, blue ticks? How many blue ticks
Yeah.
today? Not many.
Not enough. God damn it.
And I'm like, you get onto the blue tick account, they've only got 80 followers. What
they just paid for that.
the f- is that? You know, I'm a 200k man these days. I
Yeah.
don't need that.
Exactly, you are. You're living within that 200k. How many fans on Instagram people that follow Sleaford Mods?
About 217,000
Yeah.
now. So,
Yeah, and you
which is
personally?
all right. Me about 50.
That's great.
That's not bad.
That means you're an influencer.
Yes. Yes. That's
It
yeah.
does.
I've been getting loads of free clothes.
Oh, it's so nice. Free
clothes.
fairs.
Hi, can we? Of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best address? My address.
Yeah, exactly.
Direct.
Pretending it's
Fucking
yeah,
direct.
exactly.
Direct.
Messy lunch, yeah, I got
Oh wow. Oh yes.
Look at that. Thank
chocolate ganache
Oh.
with mandarin green tea.
Look at
Delicious. That
that.
looks f***ing spot on. Have you ever made sticky toffee pudding?
No. Have you?
Yes. It's do you know what's in it? You do,
Is
don't
it
you?
ginger? Ginger cake?
No. It's based around dates, so it's like you soak dates. Sometimes some people soak raisins in tea.
Okay.
And then you put in a baking soda and it kind of all comes to life. And it kind of
Okay.
creates a cake out of like this sort of like fruit sugar base.
Okay.
And yeah, and then you kind of defeat the purpose by loads of brown sugar and butter and sugar. And
It's quite
cream.
simple then, isn't it?
It's really simple.
Yeah.
Really, really simple. But like a lot, you know, actually, when you say ginger cake, I used to make one which was based around a ginger cake. With
Okay.
pears actually in it. It was pear and ginger cake.
Okay.
Covered in the sticky toffee.
Yeah.
There is nothing better.
I really like it.
After you.
Thank you.
messy. Messy lunch.
I've been to, where else have I been? The Huxley? Is it the Huxley?
Hawksmoor.
No.
No, Huxley.
The Ledbury.
The Ledbury. That is a f***ing great shout.
Oh, is it?
That's one of the best restaurants in the world.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Genuinely. One of the
Ooh.
only 3 Michelin star restaurants in London.
I chose that.
What did you make of the 3 Michelin star experience? Because it is it's a lot of food.
When the bands first started taking off and
Yeah.
we could afford to go out more,
Yeah.
I was always like,
Yeah. Yeah, like feeling really like inferior or like
inferior.
Yeah.
And would just, but then the library was one where I started to relax a bit more and just look around. I like looking around and see how they work.
Yeah.
It's like clockwork, isn't it?
Yeah. It's slick. It's almost like a dance, right?
Sure, yeah.
And the food?
Food was nice, yeah. It's not like eating sausage and mash, is it? I guess.
Not at all. Although I bet they'd make really good sausage and mash. I'm so in love with you. Thank you for this. I'm like really, truly beside myself. Thank you, Jason. This has been such a great time.
Really nice
I'm never going to
time.
forget this.
Oh, come on.
I really won't.
Thank you. Too kind.
And thanks, everyone. I really... Oh, yeah. So, you need to come in.